What is going on, ladies and genitals? Yodi Slay here, bringing you episode 12 of my Borderlands 2 Seraph weapon series. Today, I have a Seraph shield for you guys known as the Sponge. Now, in my case, there's no prefix to this. In your case, there could be some prefix to it, but in all cases, it will be some variation of the Sponge. Now, this is going to be like the Seraph version of the legendary shield, the Transformer, without the immunity to shock. Now, there may be one out there that has a different corrosive ability or immunity to it, but in my case, I just had the normal Sponge. Leave in the comments if you've got one that has some kind of elemental immunity to it. But as you can see here, it is from the second DLC known as Mr. Torch Campaign of Carnage. If you're unfamiliar with these Seraph weapons, you buy them via the Seraph shops, getting with, I said that all wrong, with the Seraph crystals that you get from the Invincibles. I'm assuming by now you all know what the Invincibles are, so we won't explain that anymore. But if you don't get the weapon or grenade mod or shield you're looking for from the Seraph shop, simply save and exit, come back in, and their stock will change, and you will have more chances of getting that weapon you want. Now, checking a look at the wiki, it says the Sponge is a Seraph absorbed shield manufactured by Bladoff. The Sponge can only be obtained from trading with the Seraph vendor in the Badass Crater of Badassitude. Special effects in red text, it says highly absorbent, increased capacity, high bullet absorbent chance. Now, the usage and description is not there. The trivia is not there. That was pretty much a work in progress wiki is the only thing I can assume. That was like that was the shortest wiki I think we've looked at this entire time, and I apologize, this is going to be a shorter episode. The wiki wasn't there, and there's really no way you could show off a gameplay of a shield very much. But if you're unfamiliar with these absorbent shields, what they do is there's a percentage chance to each shield. I think in this case it was like 34% chance, meaning 34% of the bullets fired at you, your shield is going to absorb, and they will not do damage to that shield whatsoever at all. We're going to take a look at the stats right here. Yes, 34% absorb chance. So that's decent. It's not really great. Like I said, this is like the Transformer, the Seraph version of the Transformer without the immunity to shock. But with that absorb chance, each bullet that your shield absorbs, it actually puts that ammo into your backpack, so you're actually absorbing their ammo to yours. It doesn't really, it's not going to fill your ammo up by any means, but it does give you a few more extra rounds. Now, if you don't know, the Sham shield is the highest absorbent the highest absorbent shield in the game with a 94% absorb chance, I guess you could say. And that is my favorite shield in the game. It's just a beastly. Now, this one is a little bit lower with 34%, so it can't compare. But if you got that Sham shield with the 94% absorb chance, 94% of the bullets of you that are fired at you are essentially going to do nothing. So that's like pretty freaking awesome. Now, I love the absorb shields. A lot of people, they go with the B when they run through because the B does kill everything really quickly. Only bad thing about the B is it has to be fully recharged for it to do that amp damage, and most of the time, if you're in gun battles like this, your shield will not really be fully recharged. So I go with the absorb shields. I go with the Sham, 94%. It's just freaking amazing. But yeah, so I hope I explained the absorb as best as I can. Like I said, this is the Seraph version of the legendary shield, the Transformer. If you've got one that does some kind of elemental immunity, please leave in the comments if you do. But I think I'm going to get out of here. I've got a cold. I don't know if you can tell that my nose is kind of like stopped up. I keep wanting to just like, whatever you would call that, like just slurping my snot, but I'm refraining from that for this commentary. But guys, I hope you enjoyed episode 12 of my Seraph weapon series. I know it was kind of lame, and I apologize, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. I'm out here. Peace.